Here we go. We're going to take a look at the 2024 AFA Rookie Draft and the Showcase. Let's take a look at some of the players, or let me mention some of the players that were snubbed. To tailback Dylan Johnson from UW behind Michael Penix. He is a power back at 218. He did not make the Rookie Showcase. Keaton Bills, left guard out of Utah, pass blocking guy. Very solid, very good numbers. Didn't make the Rookie Showcase. Jeremy Flax, right tackle out of Kentucky. I know a lot of people are talking about him. Grayson Murphy, Gabriel's twin from UCLA. Both of them are going to play right end. He didn't make it. Beanie Bishop Jr., speedster out of West Virginia. Not real big. Could be a nickel corner. Could start as a rookie. He did not make it. Cam Allen, free safety out of Purdue. Was not able to attend. Wide receiver Jalen Coker out of Holy Cross did not attend. BYU quarterback Keaton Slovis did not attend. But let's take a look at the ones who did attend. And right now I think we're going to have our exciting Rookie Showcase game tomorrow morning because we have a bunch of guys who are, it's time for them to step up. I think we would first take a look at the D tackles for Bud Light Bottles. Leonard Taylor, Fabian Lovett, neither one of them have stepped up yet and really come through. In fact, if anybody has, it's Miles Murphy from UNC, 6'4", 309. He has played very well. The fourth member of that team, Fedarius Payne, nice little D tackle. He's probably a second round talent. But let's start with Taylor. People are talking about him going number one. I know some guys have Fabian Lovett Sr. as the top D tackle talent. He's a run. So, neither one of them have stepped up yet. We're waiting for that to happen. On either side of them, Iyami Oki Anoma, 34 awareness. He's played on 5 teams in 4 years. He's got a very high ego and a very low morale. This is a guy that would not have made the draft board for the frenzy. It's just I don't put up with that kind of stuff. Nelson Caesar from Houston has had some decent reps this week. So the question marks are going to be on Oki Anoma. Hasn't produced yet. And then you have to wonder whether some of that baggage is holding him back. Jamari Chroma has played well for the Bottles. I think he's had 2 sacks this week, so good for him. But you get to looking at the linebackers. Willie Reed is probably a second or third round talent out of Weber State. Joe Andrisi from Buffalo has played well, but he's probably a third round or an inside linebacker 3. I don't know if he's really a 1. Dallas Gant has played well, but he and Jalen Allen has played well too from Memphis. But if you're thinking about linebackers, really, let's flip it over to Long John Silver's, Bo Richter, and even Steel Chambers have played well, both on the right side. Richter, looking for him to really step up in the Rookie Showcase. We'll see what happens. Curtis Jacobs hasn't done anything yet, and this is a position that you don't get a whole lot to pick from. So lack of supply could push Curtis Jacobs up the board, but we're still waiting for him to have a big game. When you talk about Long John Silver's, you start with Sam Hartman, and he's been very good this week. I don't think he's the kind of quarterback that can carry a team, but definitely has been very solid and protects the ball. Mayan Williams, looking like a decent running back out of Ohio State. I think Ohio State could have 4 or 5 guys picked in the first round. I don't know if I see a running back or wide receiver in this draft to go in the first round. Certainly, Kendall Milton has grabbed some attention. Kind of reminds you of Tavian Thomas last year that Dublin took. But again, he's a TB2. Gore, Watson, tailback threes really or third down back. So I don't think there's a wide receiver or tailback that's going to go number one. I really like this kid, Tavian Robinson. He's had a big week, but 191, 5'11". He's a wide receiver three. Marcus Rosemi, Jack Saint has had a nice week. Look at that 59 overall. He's had a real nice week. But again, he's a ADFLer. Isaiah Williams. I know there's some talk about Mason Tipton. Jaden Jenkins played well. Xavier Weaver played well, but I still don't see a top-notch wide receiver anywhere on here. Tight end. Tight end has been talk of the town all week. All three of the tight ends, Brevin Spawn Ford, Zach Hines, Dalton Holker, any one of those, take your pick. Do you like the receiver? Do you like the blocker? Or do you like the balance guy? Right? So for me, tight end just doesn't come with the value in the AFA that you would like to see. But if one of these guys go late first round, I would believe it. McAllen Castles out of Tennessee had 3 drops in one game. I don't think he is going to bring a whole lot of interest. Ethan Driscoll looks like a fine backup left tackle. Javian Cohen hasn't done anything yet. The other side, I know some people were waiting to see Aneem Dankwa. He hasn't done much. Gottlieb Ayadzi out of Maryland hasn't done anything either. Neither one of them have distinguished themselves there. Dalton Tucker looks like he could be a starter in the AFA, but he hasn't done anything either. When we flip it over to Long John Silver's, Trente Jones and Stephen Jones haven't done anything just yet. Greenfield has looked good. Crum, he's been okay. I think Greenfield's going to get the nod in the big game. Matthew Jones looks good. At right tackle, neither one of them, Coco or Simpson, has done anything to separate themselves. Looking at the corners, none of the safeties have stood out. Dwight McGlothern's going to get some interest for sure early first round, and he has at least one interception to go along with that. Carlton Johnson, very fast with that 99 out of Fresno State. Not real big. Could be a number 3 corner. I think somebody might overdraft him because of that speed in the first round, but he is a corner number 3 to me. Josh Proctor, I like his numbers, but he hasn't done squat. In fact, he's given up a bunch of catches. Millard Bradford had an interception earlier today, so good for him. Omar Brown hasn't done anything to stand out. The kickers, interestingly enough, Mevis, I think, has looked very good. Renkow, the punter, I certainly would take a flyer on either one of these guys early third round because I think both of them could be starters. On the other side, Narvison has made a couple kicks, so he can't be discounted. I don't think Hayball is much of a punter as far as, he's just a guy. So that's a take a look. We'll see what kind of game we have tomorrow morning, bright and early. See who stands out, see if who the MVP is, but it's time for somebody to step up. Good luck to everybody. Thank you. Have a good day.